Oh, okay. Right on. I've never seen you around here. You must be new.
It, yeah, I don't.
Unless.
I just stumbled. I just stumbled onto your site here a couple days ago, and so
Oh, okay.
been out flying.
Well, it's not my site. It's this guy Squiggy Wigginz. He's rarely
Yeah, I
ever
saw
on
that.
here, but he keeps it on 24/7, 7 days a week, 30 days
Oh,
out of
okay.
a month, and so on. He'll come on. He'll all of a sudden fly, and you're like, oh shit, you're here. You know.
What
He's
do you guys
this.
fly?
What do I fly in terms of real helis,
What? Where
or
do you?
what?
Where's?
Oh,
Where's
I'm
the
in
ship?
San Francisco. I'm in San
Oh, you're.
Francisco,
Oh, wow. Okay.
California. This guy Squiggy, who's hosting, I understand he's from Ohio. So his server is out from Ohio. His room here.
Okay.
Yeah, and the other guy that I was just talking to, AJ, he's in South California. I'm in the northern part, and we kind of met each other here on the sim. But now we keep in touch through our phone, and I watch his YouTube channel, stuff like that. And, and we kind of meet up here on occasion when he has time. I'm on here just about every day.
I was out here last night, and there wasn't anybody out here.
Yeah, it's usually a lot of these rooms they clear out about 9, 10 o'clock. You'll rarely see anyone on, right? The only time or the only people you're gonna see around that time is people out of the country. I've seen guys like I'll be on late at night. You'll see guys coming from Japan, China, Germany, because you know the time zones are different.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for the U.S., most of us are already dead asleep around 10, 11, especially further towards the Midwest and the East Coast. And me being in California, I'm usually the last one to shut. I'm the last one to log out.
Yeah, I'm in the
We're,
Midwest, so it's already 10 o'clock here.
see, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So, what do you fly, helis or both, helis and airplanes?
I fly everything.
Oh, okay, right on. That's great. I'm not much of an airplane guy. I suck. I mean, I tried. I could do basic stuff. I could fly one. I could land it. But anything else like this guy Brian, he's pretty damn good. He's a 3D airplane pilot. Anything of that shit, forget it. I can't even hover an airplane. I mean, I probably could if I took the time to learn, but I just never, really took the time to learn.
I like the jet.
Yeah, everybody's different. Yeah, that's expensive. You got jets?
Yeah, I got a couple of jets.
Turbine?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That shit's expensive,
Even
bro.
e- even the EDF still fun to fly and cheap. Those are a lot cheaper to fly.
Yeah, I tried those. There's guys at my field, they fly those. They're pretty cool. Pretty cool. But I like the way the the jets one, the real ones with the what do you guys use? Kerosene, is it? A mixture of kerosene and something else?
Yeah, kerosene and some turbine oil. A quart of
That's
turbine
it.
oil.
Yeah, I've seen videos, man. I've never seen it in real life, but I've seen videos where these turbine jets go down and they crash, and then there's this big old orange fucking mushroom fucking
Yeah,
fire. I mean, it's like the real thing just went down, dude.
they can get ugly.
Yeah, and I can imagine what that guy's thinking. Well, there goes 10, 20 grand.
Yeah, I don't
Like
have that
that.
much in mind.
Oh, okay. That's just too much money for me to invest.
I've gone to jet meets and seen these guys come out with trailers and 3 or 4 airplane jet stuff, and it's like, where do you get
Yeah,
your money?
yeah.
I'm doing
I
fine.
mean, out in Germany, it seems like in Germany, the UK, those guys are dead serious about their shit
Oh
out
yeah,
there, man. I mean, they're
big
fucking
time.
serious. Oh yeah, they got some huge jets. These guys got money over there. At least from what I've seen on YouTube videos.
Yeah, they're pretty crazy.
Yeah, exactly. And then to go down, like I said, oh man, I'd lose a week's worth of sleep after that if I ever owned one and crashed it. I wouldn't be able to go to sleep.
Yeah, you got to be real careful with the turbines.
Yeah, I know. It's not one of those EDF jets where you can just pick it up and, maybe glue it back together because it's styrofoam for the most part. Has this been the only room you've been in since you've been
Yeah,
online? Okay.
yeah.
I mean, there's another room. They're airplane friendly. It's called Burp's Room. I don't know if you've seen that when you go online and log in to see what rooms are open. Those guys are basically airplane. 90, 95%, 97%. I might even go there. And they're pretty cool over there. They're airplane oriented. It's very rare that you'll see a lot of heli guys flying in the evening on real flight.
I'll have to check that out sometime.
Yeah, Burp's Room.
All
The
right.
guy who runs it, his name is Burp. He's pretty cool. I just feel like a stepchild in there because no one really flies helis. They're all airplanes.
They
Matter
don't
of
get
fact,
upset with you for flying helis, do they?
no, they're used to me in there. I just don't
Oh,
go in
okay.
there as often as I used to. I mean, I don't know, man. Certain individuals kind of rub me wrong the wrong way in that room, so I just don't go in there as much. As much. I'll go in there like once every 2 or 3 weeks, and that's about it. And I don't stay long.
Do you go to any heli events in your area?
In San Francisco, California, there are a few, but they're not as big and as popular from your side of the country. We have some here, like one coming up in April, and then another one mostly in summer. South California, Sacramento, California, places like that. But they're not as big as the Midwest and the East Coast. I mean, you guys got it
Yeah,
going on over there, man.
yeah, yeah. We got a lot of events here. I go to a few during the summer.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Do you go to Urcha? You know what that is?
I've only been there once. I'm gonna try and get there this year.
Yeah, that's usually the main. It's like the Super Bowl of helicopters, which is held
Yeah,
every
and
year.
it's not that.
It,
It's only about 3 hours from here, so I'm
oh,
gonna try and
shit.
go this year.
Oh, dude, you have no reason not to go. I'd love to
Yeah,
go, but dude, that's just too far for me. The lodging, the travel expense, I don't make a whole lot of money, so, and to me, it's a hobby. It's not like I need to be there. I would like to go, but I just can't. I can't justify spending that kind of money to go there, so I don't go.
Isn't that
Yeah,
in
it's only,
Indiana?
yeah, Muncie, Indiana.
yeah,
Um,
I understand. Is that you, AJ? You back? I
yeah,
understand.
yeah.
Urcha has shrunk from 10, 20 years ago. It's not as popular. People are not going as much, and the vendors aren't really showing up, especially during the COVID season. I mean, dude, I heard it was like down 50% of its usual attendance. And from what I understand, last year it didn't do too well either. It hasn't bounced back very well either. So I don't know where
yeah.
Urcha's
I've
going in the
heard that
future.
too.
Yeah, and then on the news, our heli community, the people that ran Urcha were a bunch of corrupt son of a bitches. They were pocketing, skimming a lot of that money, and they just got revealed about a year ago. Oh, dude, they were using money to fix up their house, this and that, and somebody found out, and it was big news for about a year or so. So now they're trying to reelect more honest fucking staff for Urcha. You know, some of them didn't want to step down. It was like, really? Damn, that's some fucked up shit. Caught your ass and you don't want to step down? Oh, man. So that's another reason why Urcha's starting to not be as popular.
Yeah, it won't be
Anyway,
any good this year.
yeah, um, people are just not going anymore. And then the big vendors like Mikado, I don't know if you've heard of Mikado. They're from
Oh yeah.
Germany. They make good helicopters. Saab made it last year, I understand. I don't know if Align did. Anyway, there wasn't as many. It dropped like 50% attendance. Not good for the hobby either, man. That kind of gauges where this hobby's going for the helis. We're fucking sinking, man. I don't understand
Yeah,
how Saab can... Go ahead.
I think that's true too. The hobby is kind of it's dwindling.
Yes, it is. What I don't understand is how Saab, the way the hobby is, especially for helis, they're just pumping out new helis. Like it seems like every 6 months to a year. I'm like, do they not know that the heli
Somebody
hobby is
must be
kind of
buying
like,
them.
yeah, I mean, we're not doing too well as far as the heli hobby. But Saab just keeps pumping out new models. They seem to come out with new models every 6 months to a year. I'm like, it must not be affecting them. They must think we're going to be around forever. You know, so I don't know what their strategy is. Mikado, they've stopped producing helicopters for now because they're trying to survive. And they've been around a long time. So now what they're doing is they're basically focusing on the electronics, which I think is a smart marketing move, and focusing on that until I guess the economy gets better, if it ever gets better, if the hobby ever gets better. You can still order parts for Mikado helis, but they're more focused on radios and their flybarless unit, stuff like that, which seems to sell pretty good, and they know that. So that's a smart move on Mikado, so they could at least stay above water.
I heard you guys complaining about a line T-Rex because they like
Yeah.
to push out new versions and then the old
Yeah.
stuff is no good.
Yeah. AJ, 490 Cycle 73. You want to chime in on that, AJ? On your experiences with the material they use? Are you still there, AJ?
Yeah, I never had any problems, but like I told you, remember, I haven't been flying a line for maybe 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, I flew Thunder Tiger Raptor, man.
Yeah.
So to be honest with you, I don't fly hard 3D, so I'm not really cranking on it.
Mm.
But I just heard some stuff, Max here told me, T-Scared said he had some problems with his gears.
Mm-hmm.
I heard the
Yeah.
T70 ate some gears, but I haven't had no
Yeah.
problems. But like I
Yeah.
said,
I mean,
I don't fly extreme head speeds. I don't fly extreme smack.
yeah. So I used to own a 700 a few years back. It was my first electric 700 Align. Gary, that's your name, right, Gary? I would assume
Yeah,
since it says Gary.
yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
when I was flying the 700, I do a lot of smack and a lot of 3D hard smack, and I've stripped multiple torque tube gears, and I've crashed
Wow.
multiple times because of it. I talked to Ben Storick. I don't know if you know who Ben Storick is. He used to be a team pilot for a line. He moved on now to Heli Direct. Anyway, I met up with him at a fun fly. So I wanted his honest opinion. I go, hey man, what's up with this fucking torque tube that keeps stripping on me, dude? And he goes, you know what, man? Honestly, I change mine every 20 to 30 flights, especially when I'm going to go demo at a fun fly. I make sure I carry a few extra torque tube gears, and I change them out before I head out to the fun fly. He
Wow.
goes, don't go over 40 or 50 on those things. The way he and I fly, he goes, I wouldn't recommend going over 50 flights. But for other guys that just cruise around sport flight, you could probably get away with it between 100 to 150 flights. If you just sport flight and just hover around and you're not really cranking up on it and banging on it, then you can get away with hundreds, 1 to 200 flights. That's what those were his exact words. He goes, "Don't tell anyone," but that's normally what I do. I'll change them out every 20 to 30 flights because he's sponsored, so he gets all these parts for free. And it would be embarrassing if he did strip a torque tube gear during a fun fly demo. So he
Yeah.
changes them. Yeah, that's the only thing that is really the bad part about the Align 700s for the 700 class. The smaller ones, from what I've seen, the 470, they're cool, but it seems like their tail ratio always seems to have a tail wag problem, or they don't hold well enough because they just blow out. And the reason for that is because Align has engineered their helis, that includes the 700, to run more on a higher head speed. Like my 700, it needed at least 2,000 or more for the tail to be optimal so it doesn't blow out. And the same goes for their 470 and their 500s. It needs a certain head speed or it's just not going to hold very well. And a lot of guys that buy them, they're just sport flyers and they don't know any better, right? So they fly around doing 19, 18 or whatever because that's what they like. They just cruise around. And then their tail blows out. And they can't figure out, they're fucking with their tail game, bringing it up, bringing it down, bringing it up, and they just can't figure it out. Well, the problem is, Align engineered it that way. So you either gotta fucking not be so hard on your maneuvers when you fly low